pleasure as always to be here. My name is B, and I'm the intelligence, the being that David's been channeling for the past 4 years. Now, over this time, David and Miriam, who's also here, hello Miriam,
Hello.
have been exploring what it looks like and feels like to live a soul-aligned life. A life entirely run, driven by your own unique soul essence. And what this has meant for them and for everyone else who this work has touched is gaining awareness around the body's very natural mechanisms so that they can unhook them from their decision making. And unlike many spiritual teachings that are out there, our teachings, this body of work, has nothing to do with what you think or what you feel, and has everything to do with the actual decisions that you're making in the world. How you present yourself to the world, the decisions you make for yourself in your own life, and the things that you speak for or speak to for the rest of the world. This message is a very specific one, and it goes to those who are fundamentally terrified to speak and embody their truth in this time. There are many people who have been building their relationship with their soul and their intuition, who are currently bypassing their intuitive feed, bypassing their truth, because it's scary to say things that the world is currently rejecting. Whether it be personally, socially, or even legally, there is a biological terror that is almost inevitable. There's also a growing number of people, a percentage of the population, particularly in the United States, but really all over the world, who are pushing back on many of the recommendations from governors, and who are pushing back on the current recommendations for how you be and the decisions you make in your own life. There are many people, most commonly labeled as patriots, who are speaking out in a very bold way. From the external perspective, we want to make it very clear that there's not a single person on your planet that isn't terrified, equally in their physiology, equally in their biology, from saying something that is so taboo or bold that garners so much social pushback. But again, it's not what you feel. It has nothing to do with the thoughts that you have or the fears that you have, the emotional cycles that you go through. It has everything to do with the decisions that you make and what you stand for yourself and for the world. For a long period of time, the major call from soul, from divinity to this planet has been rediscover who you are. Remember that you are more than just a body. Remember that you are more than just your neural circuitry and your past experience. Remember that you are connected to everything, and that you have a direct connection to God. You have a direct connection to what we call the Oversoul, which is the unit of consciousness responsible for orchestrating and for delivering messages to you from the larger network of divinity. It is your own personal inlet to divinity. The call for a long time from divinity through your individual oversoul for nearly everyone on planet Earth has been to discover that connection and to begin listening to that connection. But there is a distinct call that many are feeling even now and have been feeling for many months now to do something else. To speak in a way that's terrifying. To shift your outward identity and expression in a way that's terrifying. To embody and radiate pieces of you that are fundamentally terrifying. And many are opting out, are making concessions, not for the world, but for themselves, to not feel the tension, to not acknowledge the terror that lies within. They begin sacrificing their own soul's expression. Now, one of the core pieces of this entire body of work, one of the core pieces of spirituality, and from our perspective, the purpose of life on earth, is to land your soul essence into your body, which is what we spoke to. Understand, acknowledge your connection, land it into your own body, but then to radiate that out into the world. Those are the two pieces of your life's purpose and mission on this planet. And there are many who, because of terror, are giving up their soul's mission and purpose on this planet. Now, we are not here and never will be here to condemn anyone, but we will always be here to lay context and to speak as precisely and truthfully about the decisions that people are making. So this is a very specific message to those who are feeling that terror and who are allowing it to hijack their decision-making, to cut pieces of their soul away until it is socially acceptable, to carve away at their life's mission and purpose until they can be with the level of pushback or receive no pushback at all. To these people, we wish to remind you that this is the only reason you were on this planet. The only reason that at some point you chose or agreed or accepted a contract, accepted a mission from divinity. The only reason you are here, the only reason you've gone through the hardships that you have, the only reason why any soul would ever step foot on a planet into a body with so much terror and programming and baggage is to bring the thing that you actually are, your soul's purest and truest essence, to the planet. It is the only reason why any soul of the light would come here. So please, regardless of what you do, we ask that you acknowledge the decisions that are being made of your own free will and accord to either press into the tension to fulfill your life's mission and purpose on this planet, or to pull back, to wait, to build more inner solidity, or to not have to deal with that tension. We ask that you become incredibly conscious and aware of the decisions that you're making, because the only thing that matters here on this planet are the decisions that you are making. The only thing that matters is whether or not, when your body and soul are in conflict, you choose to believe your body or your soul. Not in a moment internally, but all the way down into your decisions. It is your decisions that create. So what are you creating more of? If you are choosing into your body, into your fear, into your terror, It's not a negative thing. Again, we are not here to condemn anyone. It is simply neutral. So please, to all of those who are putting out messages, skirting your terror, do not kid yourself into saying that you are sharing your soul with the planet, because you are not. And that's okay. It is neutral. It adds zero soul or light to this planet. And if you are actively pressing into the fear and terror that is inevitable, that every person on this planet would feel in those circumstances, and you were choosing soul anyway, then please also know what you are doing. Know that you are fulfilling your life's mission and purpose on this planet. Know that you are bringing in more soul here into the density. Know that you are making decisions that not only bring life into your own body, bring light into your own vessel, but also radiate that light out into the world. Know that what you are doing is significant, and it is challenging enough that the vast majority of people being faced with this decision to press into the terror or to express themselves are choosing to cave to the terror and find a rationalization that's comfortable enough that they can continue forth and feel good about what they are doing. We wish to lay this context again, not to condemn, because this is neutral. If you were to never make a soul line decision in your entire life, it would be neutral. But please know what you are doing, and know that when you make decisions from your soul, despite the terror, you are quite literally bringing light to this planet, and it is the only reason why you came here. Please know this. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being with the terror even now, being with the tension. We see you. We know how fundamentally difficult it is. And again, we're only here to lay context so that this free will of yours can truly be free, so that the decisions can truly be conscious. Because when you know the light you are here to bring to the planet, you know the decisions you are making and the effects that that has on your life and the rest of this world. Please know this. Please know why you are here. Please acknowledge this within yourself. Acknowledge the terror and know that you feeling that terror is neutral. And very, very normal. And to all those actively pressing into this, we applaud you. We send you our love. We send a nod of acknowledgement in knowing exactly what you are doing. Thank you, and we'll speak to you at a later time. Bye for now.